Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here on Virginia Key. This is an island that belongs to Miami, and the reason for this video is because this plot of land right behind me is where city commissioners want to build a homeless encampment. And if I pan over here, just right behind me is Virginia Key Outdoor Center, a very family-friendly center that offers tours, kayak rentals, stand-up paddle rentals, mountain bike rentals. A lot of families come here and rent stuff and just interact with this facility. So just feet from it would be a homeless encampment. But that's not just the reason why people think it's a bad idea. This place has a lot of history. Virginia Key Island as a whole has a lot of history, and it goes way back. A lot of people don't know this, but back during the segregation era, this was a blacks only beach. But before we get into the history, I want to talk a little bit about what this homeless encampment would look like. So this space right here would house 150 to 200 homeless people. It would be fenced off, but they would be allowed to come and go. This is according to a presentation by somebody who is pitching this idea, which ultimately did get approved. And he actually proposed different sites, some other sites in city of Miami closer to the dense population, and then this would be the most isolated of them all. So naturally, commissioners favored this, and this is pretty much the top candidate for the homeless encampment. According to the presentation, there would be security here, there would be lighting, and there would be 30 to 40 pods housing 150 to 200 people. And like I said, they do have the ability to come and go. So having just said that the Virginia Key Outdoor Center is a family-friendly place, and it's literally just feet from it. I mean, they are literally right behind me. There's a mountain bike trail over there, and then there's a public secluded beach that belongs to the city of Miami. So obviously you can see where I'm going with this and why people are upset, including Virginia Key Outdoor Center. They were very vocal about this, and as of recently, police officers with the city of Miami came here and put up papers saying they are not allowed to operate their business because they owed money and other various reasons. I'm going to throw up the tweet from the city of Miami on why they had this place shut down. And they found that it was very convenient that now that they're, pushing back on this idea of a homeless encampment and basically going against the city commissioners, how convenient is it that they would come out of the blue and shut them down for the various reasons they have stated.
Today we were shut down by code enforcement. We're disappointed that the city has chosen to pursue this course of action and taken their fight to social media and providing, I guess, notice, for lack of a better word, through the press instead of through us. Certainly I dispute their statements about me both personally and regarding any financial obligation that they alleged for the first time. This goes now to the hands of attorneys.
So there's a lot of back and forth going on over this plot of land. It just looks like to anybody coming here. I mean, I've come here for the past years and I didn't think anything of it, but now this is the center of a heated debate. It looks like they are just, probably putting stuff away, but I do see the paper that is still on the door from the city. They're not allowed to remove that. So this place is closed right now. So this is an overview of a portion of Virginia Key. This is a very small portion. This is just a wooded area. We're currently right here. So there's a lot of trees, a lot of plants, a lot of sensitive areas. You can kind of see a little bit of the treatment plant right over here. And then we started the video somewhere around here. And Virginia Key Outdoor Center is at the very bottom. Check this out. This is so sick. It's not even like in the bike trail, it's just outside of it, but this is pretty cool. I would love to try this out. I know it would probably fall, but this here belongs to the Virginia Key Bicycle Club. Also the trail as well. But this looks pretty challenging. Oh wow, speaking of which, it says right here, save the bike trails. Stop the city of Miami from making your trails a homeless encampment. And then there's a QR code to support. So looking at the difficulties is kind of overwhelming already. They have novice, I'll probably start there, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And in the expert section, they have one called Highway to Hell, which is just over half a mile long. That is very scary. I did mention this was like a secluded private beach, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about because this is actually crazy. Having lived in Miami Beach for just over a year now, I've ventured onto the sands of Miami Beach during peak periods and off-peak periods. and it's almost always busy. There's always people there. You can go in the winter, which we still have comfortable weather in the winter, and it will still be packed with people. So this is a welcoming change right now. We are in Virginia Key, still technically city of Miami, not Miami Beach. There's a difference, people don't know that. But check this out, guys. I'm literally the only person on this beach. Now, granted, there is no lifeguard in this area, but if you go further down that way, there is a dedicated space for, you know, a lifeguard stand and a lot more space, a lot more parking space as well. I'm not sure if you can actually swim here now that I think about it. Now I will say there are a lot of rocks and pebbles, so I don't know about going in the water now that I think about it. So the story begins in the 1920s, where beaches at the time were just for white people only. And the interesting thing about that is when the city was founded in 1896, 1/3 of the signatures on the charter came from black people, because at the time the founding of the city was really built by them, mostly them. And so it's just kind of messed up how decades later they are excluded from going to the beach. It's very sad, but that was the reality of it in the 1920s. And fortunately, a man by the name of D.A. Dorsey, we have mentioned him previously on this channel, he was known as the first African-American millionaire in the region. He bought what is known today as Fisher Island. That's that island right behind me. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. That island right there is called Fisher Island. It is today known as the richest zip code in the United States. He purchased that way long ago, and it was to allow black people to have a private beach, an area that they can go to since they were excluded from this beach. And very nice of him. Unfortunately, due to rising taxes, he ended up selling the island to a man named Carl Fisher, and obviously that's who the island is named after. So he sold it to Carl Fisher, and black people just did not have a beach to go to once again. So sometime after this, they decided to group together and go to Haulover Beach. But they decided to go there in protest with a man named Lawson Thomas, and he helped lead the protest. Now fast forward to August 1st, 1945, the first black-only beach opened. Guess where? Right here on Virginia Key Island. They finally had a specific place. This was owned by the county at the time. This was their area to bathe in and enjoy the beach. Now I did say at the time in the 40s, well, for much of the 40s, there was no way to get here by car. You had to take a boat or a ferry. Not sure if they had a ferry service, but you had to take some kind of vessel to get here. It wasn't until 2 years later, 1947, that the big bridge we know today and the Rickenbacker Causeway was constructed. Now fast forward again to the late 1970s, the county gave this to the city of Miami, and just over a decade later, they decided to shut it down. So imagine this, a popular beach, very popular, probably more popular than it is today, is enjoyed by many people, many residents, and in 1982, the city just closes it, outright closes it, due to rising maintenance costs. So Fisher Island sold due to rising taxes. Virginia Key closed due to rising maintenance costs. In 2008, after 26 years of being closed, Virginia Key finally reopened, and it's what we see today. A very recreational area, still has beautiful beach, still a hidden gem in my opinion, where a lot of tourists just do not know about this. They're more fixated on Miami Beach. But if you're local, you know, Virginia Key is the place to be. Let me show you guys one of the things that we have here that they also have this in Miami Beach. Sea turtle nesting area that is prohibited by law to pretty much disturb. I mean, they take this very serious. I'm gonna lower my voice. I'm not sure if that does anything talking loud, but out of respect. They do take this serious. So you can go to jail for up to 60 days or fine up to $500 or both, plus an additional penalty of $100 for each turtle egg that is disturbed or destroyed. Do not mess with the nesting areas. If you come here, you will make the news too. People will film that and they'll call you out and you'll be on the news, you'll be arrested. There are articles on people disturbing it. I'm coming up on another turtle nesting area. So this is a sensitive area, like I said, and people are currently debating whether they should put up to 200 homeless people here. This is what this channel is all about. Not just enjoying South Florida and everything it has to offer. It's a wonderful place to be and visit, but shining light on local issues that I think need to be heard, historic places that tie in with current events, stuff like that. So this is what I love to do, and if you guys support this, kindly leave a like, subscribe to this video if you learned something, and if you want to support me further, because some of these videos do cost a lot of money, I'm in the process of creating a Patreon account. So you guys will hopefully sign up and get exclusive content, exclusive videos and photos, pretty much get behind the scenes look at what I do, and sometimes even help with a video, pitch ideas, stuff like that. So if that's something you guys are interested in, stay tuned for my Patreon. But if you do want to make a one-time donation to support the channel and all of my travels, check the description. I will put a way that you can help out. Any amount helps. You don't have to. Of course, the biggest way to help is free. It's just by subscribing and liking the video. Helps the algorithm get this video out to more people and get my channel out to more people. So I hate to put in that plug, but a lot of these videos cost money to make. Not this one specifically. It was $8 to get in. But other videos, I have big ideas that I want to do, and I want to take you all along for that ride. So with that said, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.